Urologist explains, press this one secret spot nightly for better blood flow and vitality after 60. If you're a man over 50, have you ever felt that frustrating gap? The gap between the man you still feel like on the inside and how your body sometimes responds on the outside. It's a quiet worry I hear about every single day in my clinic. Now, most men I see chalk this up to just one of two things: getting older, or maybe low testosterone. But what if I told you that for many men, the bigger overlooked issue is something much simpler, something called sluggish circulation. A major 2022 meta-analysis from the Journal of Clinical Andrology, reviewing data from over 20,000 men, found that poor microcirculation in the pelvic region was a stronger predictor of declining performance than age-related hormonal shifts alone. This is exactly what I saw with my patient, John, a 68-year-old retired teacher from Ohio. He came to my office feeling completely resigned. He thought this chapter of his life was just over. However, once we addressed his circulation directly, using a simple nightly habit, the change was profound. He told me it wasn't about being 20 again, but about feeling present and strong and connected. I'm Dr. Audrey Wells, and my advice is always grounded in evidence. Today I'm going to show you the science behind this overlooked factor, and I'll walk you through the exact, simple ritual John used. A ritual you can start tonight. All right, let's get into the first and perhaps the most foundational benefit of this ritual. We are talking about using castor oil as a gentle, natural blood flow enhancer. But here is a critical mistake so many men make. They feel a decline in their vitality, and they immediately start searching online for a harsh, instant fix, a pill or a supplement that promises miraculous results overnight. The problem is, true, lasting health doesn't come from a temporary jolt. It comes from consistent daily support that allows your body to heal and strengthen itself. Trying to force a result can often do more harm than good in the long run. So, why is this gentle approach so effective? It comes down to that key compound we mentioned earlier, ricinoleic acid. This unique fatty acid is the star player in castor oil. When it's absorbed through the skin, science shows it plays a crucial role in two key systems. First, it gently stimulates your local nitric oxide pathways, and second, it supports lymphatic drainage. Together, these actions encourage more oxygen-rich blood to flow into the pelvic region, and they also help clear away cellular waste. This creates a healthier, more responsive environment for all the delicate tissues down there. And this isn't just theory. A 2021 study published in the Journal of Dermatological Science specifically investigated the topical application of plant-based oils rich in these types of fatty acids. The researchers used advanced imaging to observe microcirculation in the skin, and they found a measurable, statistically significant improvement in blood flow to the tissues where the oil was applied. This provides powerful evidence that consistent topical application can genuinely enhance circulation, right where you need it most. To put it simply, think of your blood vessels like the rivers of your body. When you're young, those rivers flow fast and clear, but over time, with age and inflammation, they can get sluggish. Debris can build up. The flow slows down. Applying castor oil consistently is like introducing a gentle, steady current into that river system. It's not a violent flood, but a persistent flow that helps clear the path, allowing everything to move freely and efficiently again. It is a simple, powerful concept. So how do you apply this in practice? It's simple. As we'll discuss in more detail later in the video, it involves a gentle nightly massage over a very specific area, the perineum. This consistency is the key to creating that gentle, supportive current day after day. This improved flow is the foundation for everything else. I had a client, Michael, a 71-year-old retired contractor, who started with just this ritual, And he discovered a wonderful synergy on his own. He found that on the days he took a brisk 20-minute walk in the morning, and then did the castor oil ritual at night, his energy levels and sense of well-being felt dramatically better. That combination of gentle movement and targeted circulatory support, well, it made a world of difference for him, and it could for you too. All right, moving on to the second major benefit, which works hand in hand with improving circulation. We're going to talk about softening hardened tissues and gently reducing minor adhesions. In other words, we're talking about flexibility. Now, here's a common mistake, a kind of mental trap that so many men fall into. They feel a certain stiffness or a lack of responsiveness in their intimate tissues, and they simply believe that it's an irreversible part of aging. They tell themselves it's just something they have to live with. But in my experience, that kind of resignation is often premature. While we can't turn back the clock entirely, we can absolutely provide the body with the right tools to improve the health and flexibility of our tissues at any age. So why is castor oil such a powerful tool for this? It's because of its very unique molecular structure. Unlike many other oils that just sit on the surface of the skin, castor oil has an unusually low molecular weight. This, combined with its rich profile of fatty acids, allows it to penetrate deeper into the layers of the dermis. Once it's absorbed, it acts as a powerful emollient, which is a scientific term for a substance that moisturizes and softens tissue, not just on the surface, but from within. It helps to hydrate and increase the pliability of fibrous connective tissues that can become rigid over time. And this isn't just a new age concept. This is grounded in decades of therapeutic use. In the world of physical therapy, castor oil packs have been used for a very long time to help soften surgical scar tissue, break down abdominal adhesions, and improve the flexibility of stiff joints. For example, a controlled trial published in the journal Phytotherapy Research found that patients with knee osteoarthritis who received castor oil massages reported a truly significant reduction in pain and stiffness. This provides powerful indirect evidence of its ability to soften and soothe hardened connective tissue. Here's a simple way to think about it. Imagine the tissues in that area are like a fine piece of leather, like an old, expensive baseball glove. When it's new, it's stiff and rigid, but if you neglect it, over the years it can become dry, cracked, and even harder. Applying castor oil consistently is like taking the best leather conditioner you can find and patiently working it into that glove every single night. Slowly but surely, you restore its moisture, its suppleness, and its flexibility. You're not getting a new glove. You're restoring the one you have to its best possible condition. So, how do we do this? It's the act of massaging the oil into the skin that is just as important as the oil itself. That gentle physical manipulation, combined with the deep penetrating properties of the oil, is what encourages that stiffness to ease over time. My patient John, the teacher I mentioned earlier, this was the benefit that surprised him the most. He described it to me as a newfound comfort and a feeling of restored function he hadn't realized he'd lost. This improved flexibility is absolutely crucial, not just for performance, but for sensation and confidence as well. If this idea of restoring flexibility makes sense to you, let me know by typing the word flexibility in the comments below. All right, our third key benefit is one of the most important for healthy aging in general, and it has a huge impact on men's intimate health. We're talking about reducing low-grade, persistent, chronic inflammation. Now, here's the mistake most people make. When they hear the word inflammation, they immediately think of a swollen knee or an aching shoulder. They think of joint pain. And while that's certainly a part of it, they completely ignore how this silent chronic inflammation affects their pelvic and vascular health. This low-grade inflammation can silently damage the delicate lining of your blood vessels, interfere with nerve signals, and generally disrupt the healthy function of the entire pelvic region. It's a hidden saboteur of male performance. So, why is castor oil a valuable tool in fighting this? Because its primary component, ricinoleic acid, is a scientifically recognized anti-inflammatory agent. One of the main ways it works is by reducing something called substance P. Substance P is a neuropeptide, a chemical messenger in your nervous system. Its main job is to transmit pain and inflammation signals throughout your body. When you have chronic inflammation, substance P is often elevated. Ricinoleic acid has been shown to help calm down this signaling pathway, essentially telling the body to turn down the inflammatory alarm bells in the local area where it's applied. And this isn't just folklore. It's backed by modern science. A very telling study was published in the International Journal of Immunopathology and Pharmacology. In this clinical trial, researchers directly compared the anti-inflammatory and pain-relieving effects of ricinoleic acid with capsaicin, a common ingredient in prescription pain relief creams. The study concluded that ricinoleic acid exerted, and I quote, remarkable analgesic and anti-inflammatory effects. The evidence was so strong that they suggested it could be used as an effective therapy in clinical practice. The simplest way to understand this is to think of chronic inflammation, like a constant, low-level static humming in the background of your body's communication system. It's not loud enough to be a 5-alarm fire, but that persistent humming disrupts the clear signals your nerves and blood vessels need to function optimally. It creates confusion. It creates inefficiency. Applying castor oil topically is like placing a sound-dampening panel directly over that source of static. It helps to quiet the noise, allowing the important signals related to arousal and performance to come through clearly again. So how do we use this to our advantage? It's all about consistency. A single application won't do much for chronic inflammation, but the consistent, nightly application of the oil allows that anti-inflammatory effect to build up in the local tissues over time, creating a healthier, calmer, and more functional environment. I always tell my patients that this ritual has a powerful synergy with diet. I had a client, David, a 62-year-old accountant who was struggling with a lot of inflammatory issues. He started the nightly castor oil routine, but he also committed to cutting back on sugar and processed foods while adding more wild-caught salmon and leafy greens to his diet. He told me that combination was the true game changer. The oil worked from the outside in, and the diet worked from the inside out. That two-pronged attack on inflammation gave him the best results I've seen. It's a powerful strategy to consider. All right, our fourth benefit delves a little deeper into the nervous system. We're going to discuss how this simple ritual can help support the health of the delicate nerves that are so crucial for sensation and arousal. Now, a common mistake men make is thinking that issues with sensation are purely a plumbing problem, a blood flow problem. And while circulation is a massive piece of the puzzle, as we've discussed, it's not the whole puzzle. The network of nerves in the pelvic region is incredibly dense and complex. As we age, a combination of oxidative stress, inflammation, and reduced blood flow can diminish the health and sensitivity of these nerve endings. It's a factor that is very often overlooked. Many men simply assume that reduced sensation is a non-negotiable part of getting older, but that isn't always the case. So, how can a topical oil possibly help with nerve health? Well, it's not a direct mechanism in the way a prescription drug might be. Instead, it works by creating a healthier, more supportive environment for the nerves to function properly. Think of it like this. Nerves need two critical things to thrive: a steady supply of oxygen and nutrients from the bloodstream, and a low inflammation environment. As we've already established, the ricinoleic acid in castor oil helps with both of these factors. Enhancing local circulation helps deliver more of what the nerves need. And by calming chronic inflammation, it helps protect those same nerves from the damaging effects of inflammatory chemicals. It's creating the optimal conditions for nerve resilience and repair. And we have strong scientific evidence for this principle. While direct studies on castor oil and pelvic nerves are still emerging, we can look at powerful related research. For example, a landmark study in the Journal of Diabetes Investigation looked at patients with diabetic neuropathy, a condition where high blood sugar damages nerves, often in the feet. The researchers found that factors which improved local microcirculation and reduced inflammation were directly correlated with a reduction in nerve pain and an improvement in nerve function. The study confirmed that creating a healthier local environment is a valid and effective strategy for supporting nerve health. The same principle applies here. By improving the underlying conditions of the tissue, you are supporting the health of the nerves within it. A good analogy is to think of the nerves in your body like the delicate wiring in your house, and chronic inflammation is like a slow, steady water leak inside the walls. Over time, that dampness corrodes the wires, causing the signals to flicker and fade. You can't fix the wiring until you first stop the leak. Applying castor oil consistently is like patching the leak and drying out the wall. It stops the corrosive damage of inflammation and improves the delivery of repair materials through better blood flow. It allows the body's natural electricians, its cellular repair mechanisms, to come in and do their job properly. The how for this is the same consistent nightly ritual. This isn't about a quick fix. Nerve health improves slowly, over time, as the environment they live in becomes healthier, month after month. This brings us directly to our fifth and final benefit, because the health of your nerves is intimately connected to the health of the organ that houses them, your skin. So let's talk about nourishing and hydrating the skin in this sensitive area. The mistake here is one of simple neglect. Men, in general, are not culturally conditioned to think much about skincare, beyond maybe some sunscreen at the beach, and they rarely consider the health of the skin in their intimate areas until a problem like dryness, chafing, or discomfort arises. They often assume that the skin down there will just take care of itself. But as we age, the skin in this region naturally becomes thinner, drier, and more fragile. Ignoring its health can lead to a host of comfort and performance issues. So why is castor oil so exceptionally good for this? It's because it's not just a moisturizer. It's what dermatologists call an occlusive and an emollient. Let me break that down. As an emollient, its fatty acids penetrate the skin to soften and hydrate it from within, as we discussed earlier. But as an occlusive, it also forms a very thin protective barrier on the surface of the skin. This barrier does two things. It locks in the skin's natural moisture to prevent it from evaporating, and it protects the skin from friction and external irritants. This dual action of hydrating from within and protecting from without makes it uniquely suited for delicate, aging skin. The scientific proof for this is overwhelming and has been established for decades. Castor oil is a staple ingredient in countless dermatological and cosmetic products for this very reason. A comprehensive review in the International Journal of Trichology detailed the chemical properties of castor oil, highlighting its function as a powerful humectant, meaning it draws moisture into the skin, and its ability to form a protective coating. The paper confirmed its widespread use and effectiveness in products designed to combat dryness, reduce skin fragility, and improve overall skin health and resilience. It is quite simply one of nature's most effective skin conditioners. The analogy here is simple and practical. Think of the skin in that area like a high-quality leather car seat. When it's new, it's supple and strong, but exposed to the elements over the years. Sun, friction, dryness. It can become brittle and cracked. You wouldn't just wipe it with a wet cloth. You would use a dedicated leather conditioner, a product designed to penetrate, moisturize, and leave a protective sheen. That is exactly what castor oil does for your skin. It is a deep conditioner and a protective coating. all in one. I had a client, Robert, a 75-year-old widower who had started dating again. He came to me because he was experiencing significant discomfort from dryness and friction, which was making him incredibly self-conscious. We started him on this simple nightly ritual. He told me just a few weeks later that the improvement in skin comfort was a complete game changer for his confidence. He said he found a great synergy by ensuring he was also well hydrated, drinking plenty of water throughout the day. That combination of hydrating his body from the inside out with water and hydrating his skin from the outside in with the oil completely resolved his issue and allowed him to feel comfortable and confident again. It's a simple but powerful combination. All right, now we come to the most important part of this entire video. We've covered the what and the why. Now we need to cover the how. This is the precise, safe, nightly ritual to get all the benefits we've discussed without any issues whatsoever. Now, before I show you the steps, let's talk about the mistakes. 3 common mistakes can completely negate the benefits. Mistake number 1 is using the wrong kind of oil. Going to the drugstore and grabbing any old bottle that says castor oil is a bad idea. Many of them contain preservatives, salt, or, worse, hexane residue from the extraction process. Mistake number 2 is applying it randomly or in the wrong place. This isn't like body lotion, where applying it matters immensely. And mistake number 3 is expecting instant results. This is a therapeutic ritual. It's a marathon, not a sprint. Consistency is everything. So, why is the application area so specific? The method I'm about to show you targets an area called the perineum. Anatomically, this area is a critical gateway. It's dense with blood vessels, and it's a major hub for the lymphatic drainage pathways of the entire pelvic floor. By applying the oil here, you are ensuring optimal absorption directly into the circulatory systems that service all the surrounding intimate tissues. This isn't a random choice, it's a targeted approach. The scientific proof for targeting this area isn't found in a modern lab, but in thousands of years of traditional medicine. Ancient wellness systems like Ayurveda in India and traditional Chinese medicine have identified this specific region, this perineal area, as a vital energy center, or root chakra, for male vitality for centuries. They understood intuitively that supporting the health of this foundational area was key to supporting the entire system. Modern anatomy simply confirms their ancient wisdom. It is, indeed, a physiological hub. The best analogy I can give you is this. Think of it like taking care of a valuable plant. You wouldn't just spray water on its leaves and hope for the best. No. You would water its roots. You would deliver the water and the nutrients directly to the source, to the system that is designed to absorb them and distribute them throughout the entire plant. That is exactly what we are doing here. We are delivering this supportive oil directly to the roots of the system. Okay, let's walk through the steps. It's incredibly simple. First, choose your oil. You must use 100% pure, cold-pressed, and hexane-free castor oil. The label should clearly state all 3 of those things. A good quality bottle of this should not cost you more than $15 online or at a health food store, and it will last you for months. Second, the timing. The best time to do this is at night, right after a warm shower or bath. The heat and moisture will have opened up your pores, making the skin more receptive to the oil. Third, the amount. You only need a small amount. Start with just a few drops, maybe 1/4 teaspoon, into the palm of your hand. Fourth, the application. You will gently massage the oil onto the perineal area. That is the flat, smooth space of skin between the base of your scrotum and your anus. Gently massage the oil into that area, and you can also work it forward towards the very base of the penis. The key here is gentle, consistent massage. Fifth, the duration. Spend about 1 to 2 minutes on this gentle massage until the oil is mostly absorbed. That's it. The whole process takes less time than brushing your teeth. This simple 2-minute ritual became my patient John's daily investment in his own well-being. It's not just a physical act. It's a small, powerful signal you send to your own body, a signal that you are caring for it, that you are supporting it, and that you value your own health. If you're ready to commit to trying this simple ritual, let me know. Go down to the comments and type nightly ritual to make that commitment to yourself and to others in this community. So to quickly bring everything together, we've learned how one simple ancient oil can be a powerful tool to support your body on a truly foundational level by improving circulation, increasing tissue flexibility, calming chronic inflammation, and nourishing your skin. But knowledge without action is just entertainment. So here is your simple 3-step action plan for this week. Think of this as your doctor's orders. First, purchase your tool. Go online or to a health food store and get yourself a bottle of pure, cold-pressed, hexane-free castor oil. Second, schedule your ritual. Commit to the simple 2-minute nightly massage for the next 7 days. Just 7 days to build a new habit. And third, and this is crucial, consult your doctor. If you have persistent or severe symptoms like chronic erectile dysfunction, significant pain, or any other serious concerns, please schedule that checkup. This natural strategy is a powerful support, but it is never a replacement for professional medical care. Now, I know what some of you might be thinking. I'm too tired at the end of the day. Or maybe, will this small thing really make a difference? And the answer is yes. This is a 2-minute investment. 2 minutes for your health, your confidence, and your connection with your partner. You are worth that small investment. Remember, this isn't about chasing the man you were at 20. It's about being the strongest, most vital, and most confident man you can be, right now. It's about maintaining your independence and your quality of life for all the years to come. Your future self is counting on the choices you make today. So if you're committed to starting that journey, I invite you to join our community. Please hit that subscribe button so you don't miss our future science-backed guides. And more importantly, go down to the comments right now and write, Day 1. This is your public commitment to yourself. Your journey starts now. Thank you for investing your time so wisely with me today. In the next video, we're going to discuss the 3 common breakfast foods that could be secretly draining your energy. You won't want to miss it. I'm Dr. Audrey Wells, reminding you that your health is your greatest asset. Invest in it wisely.